Okay guys, before I start this video, I got a phone, but it's kind of low. So I'm gonna let you guys hear what these news people are saying, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So just listen up.
A former Israeli space official says he has proof.
Just listen to what they say.
Galactic Federation. Stop it, Al.
Notice how quick that guy denied it.
Space with the U.S. in a secret pact. He went on to say that the aliens will not reveal themselves until humanity can reach a point where they fully understand space, spaceships.
Okay.
This former space official also claims that President Trump knows about the alien existence,
Trump.
but was asked not to say anything to avoid mass hysteria. Erica.
This is all very, this is getting interesting. I got one more clip for you guys to listen to. It's kind of long, but just listen to it.
In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said,
Just listen to this.
today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains
This guy's about to break it down in a little more in depth.
but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens.
Remember that Trump wanted a space program.
Revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general said the U.S. and Israel have kept it from the public because
This clip's about 50 more seconds, so just listen.
aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is.
That sounds familiar.
Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the U.S. government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American
I know where they got that information.
representatives. Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected.
All right. Now, as you guys seen, the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, okay? This guy that was, I'm pretty sure he was the head of the Israel, whichever way you pronounce it. I heard young Pharaoh pronounce it Israel. I don't know if that's the correct way. But he pretty much confirmed that the U.S. government has had secret dealings. Pull this up just a little bit. The U.S. government has had secret dealings and agreements with an ET group known as the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, I've researched the Galactic Federation of Light in great depth. For those of you that watch my video, The Truth About Semen Retention and Porn, if you remember, I suggested you guys watch an anime called The Laws of the Universe. Now, in that anime, they talked about the Galactic Federation of Light. This is what they said. The Galactic Federation of Light is a group of ET beings that watch over humanity. The Galactic Federation of Light consists of a large group of planets and ETs that have all agreed upon a certain structure. They occupy our moon. They use the moon to watch over humanity, thus meaning that they are on the moon. Think about something. We only, and I'm not gonna, I know somebody that's going to make a video about the moon in great more depth, so I'll leave that to them. But we only see one side of the moon. The moon does not spin, okay? Now, when it comes to the Galactic Federation of Light, I'm not saying that they exist. I'm not saying that they don't exist. But here's what I will say, and here's why I don't say either or. I know for a fact there's a group of ET beings that watch over humanity, that go around seeding life on planets. They're called the Watchers, or they were called. Now, whether they changed their name to the Galactic Federation of Light, I don't know for sure. But they were called the Watchers. If you want to know more about the Watchers, read the book of Enoch. Research them. Research Dolores Cannon. She spoke of them. They have been watching over this planet and humanity for a very, very long time. All right? Read the book of Enoch. It talks about the Watchers. It not only gives you where they come from, who they are, it even tells you their names. People talk about the story of the fallen angels, the Watchers. Now, the Galactic Federation of Light could definitely exist. Fake alien invasion, the alien invasion. You guys, if you guys are still wondering why aliens haven't invaded this planet and took over, here's why. And this ties into the Galactic Federation of Light as well. Earth has free will. Free will is the main concept of this third dimension, to allow a race to evolve without outside interference. This is how it ties to the Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation, from what I've researched, from what I've heard, are a group of ETs that are spread all over the universe, that have all agreed to abide by that principle: non-intervention, to not interfere with humanity's progression in a public way, because they came down here, gave us all the answers, showed us exactly how to ascend. What would be the point of us forgetting who we are? We're supposed to forget who we are, navigate through the matrix, find out who we are, and help others find out who they are so we can ascend this planet. All right? Now, the fake alien invasion, Project Blue, and you guys know the last word. If I talk about it too much, this video can get removed. Now, I find it very ironic how the media is talking about this so much, because everybody knows that true information never trends on Twitter. It's never covered by mainstream media. It's never. And if it is covered, they cover it in a way that completely makes it look completely idiotic and just full-on conspiracy theory. Now, as you guys heard in that video, they say that Trump knows about the Galactic Federation of Light and he was going to expose them. Think about that a little deeper. Listen to this perspective. What else did they say Trump knew about and was supposed to expose? The elite. The deep state. Q. He was supposed to expose all that, right? That's seen as a complete BS conspiracy theory by mainstream media. So them saying that Trump knew of the Galactic Federation of Light, people are automatically going to discredit that because it's associated with Trump. See, these are the things that the mainstream media does to get people to shy away from something that could be true. All right? From how I see it, it seems like it's an agenda going on with this. Because let me tell you something. The mainstream media and the government doesn't give a crap about us, the average citizen, knowing the truth of the cosmos and of this matrix. They don't care about that. Here's how I know they don't care. They're talking about this guy saying this stuff now about the secret the secret space program, going to Mars, the Galactic Federation. They're talking about this now. All this is trending, all that now. Yet Laura Eisenhower, granddaughter, I'm sure, of President Dwight Eisenhower, has been speaking about this and all these things for years. She has a YouTube channel. Research it. She's been speaking about these things for years. Mainstream media never covered that. Just because she spoke about it, that never trended on Twitter. And I don't want to hear that. Oh, maybe they didn't know. She is the granddaughter of Dwight Eisenhower. She has a YouTube channel that does pretty good in terms of views. So there's no way that they didn't know she was speaking on these things. So if they really wanted to get an in-depth perspective, they would bring her on CNN. bring her on Fox, all these mainstream outlets, and have a discussion. But they won't do that. And the reason that they won't do that is because they don't care about you knowing the truth. They just want to present the idea and information, the main thing, and put their own spin on it to make it seem completely false and completely so far gone that nobody will believe it. So when they do come across information, they'll automatically discredit it, okay? Because they have convinced people that believing is knowing, and it's not. People talk about proof of aliens. Are we the only ones in the universe? Let me break this down for you. Let me make sure my phone isn't overheating because it's kind of in the sun right now. Hopefully it doesn't overheat. If it does, I'll continue this video. People talk about, do aliens exist? Are ETs real? Are we alone in the universe? Let me explain something to you. The proof that ETs exist and aliens exist are already on this planet. The pyramids in Egypt that align with the Orion constellation perfectly. The carvings in the walls of the pyramids by the ancient Sumerians that describe those who came from above, the Anunnaki. They described this entire solar system, knew exactly how many planets there were. They knew these things. All that is in the pyramids. How did they know? They didn't have telescopes back then. They literally talk about these groups, this group of ETs that came down and gave them this information. Sumerians' kings list. These kings that lived over 100,000 years. All this proof is already here. But mainstream media has convinced people that, oh, they didn't know what they were talking about. They were just doing it for fun. That's their culture. They've convinced people to completely ignore all that information. Let me explain something to you. In a sense, you are an alien because you are an angel. You are an angel in physical form experiencing this materialistic third dimensional realm. You are. The mainstream media talking about the Galactic Federation of Light, I seen that trending and I'm like, okay, I know where that name comes from. I know where the idea comes from. Are they really talking about that? And I click it, boom. Now, the guy said, and I'm not saying he's lying, but the guy said that the reason that they haven't revealed themselves is because humanity isn't ready for it. I agree with that. Think back to the pandemic, when the pandemic started. How people were snatching tissue off the walls, going crazy over a virus. Imagine if aliens came down and showed themselves right now, or ships popped up all in the sky. Imagine how humanity would react. Imagine that. Because people will automatically know all religion is false. Christianity is false. Jesus didn't exist. They would know all these things because, wait, did Jesus die for their sins too? They're more advanced than he was. People would know these things instantly. They'll be forced to face reality. So when he said that humanity isn't ready for it, I agree with that. But this is what I want you guys to understand. When you see mainstream media talking about things like this, hear the idea, but take their perspective with a grain of salt, because they're always going to deny it and make it seem so crazy and unrealistic. Notice in the video, that guy, when she was talking, it was a second clip. It was the first clip, the shorter one. He said, oh, that's ridiculous. How is it ridiculous? We have things on this planet that clearly describe. Okay, guys, my bad. My phone died, but like I was saying, we have things on this planet, physical proof from ancients that existed long before religious texts clearly describing ETs, aliens, and how our own solar system looked before we even knew it. Yet people will discredit this information to believe in something that they have no physical proof of. Okay? So, to wrap this video up, because I don't want to make it too long, the Galactic Federation of Light can exist. I want you guys to research. If you have not watched that anime, The Laws of the Universe, I will leave a link to it again in the description of this video. Go watch it. When you go watch that, go in the comments and type Thai Spiritual sent me. That way I'll know you guys are going to watch it. And I've seen a lot of you guys in the comments already from when I last recommended it. So that's great that you guys watched that. I hope you enjoyed it. So Galactic Federation of Light can definitely exist. All right. Raw talked about it in the Law of One Raw Material. Just go to YouTube, type in, let me see, just type in the Law of One, the Federation. You'll see some videos about it. Elizabeth April is a YouTuber. She talks about the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, again, I'm not telling you everything. I'm not telling you that what these people are saying are 100% true. I'm not telling you that. What I am telling you is that they can help give you a perspective on it, a different perspective. You take that perspective, you make your own conclusion, okay? Based off the knowledge that you have accumulated, all right? So look into Laura Eisenhower, look into Elizabeth April. Again, use discernment when you're listening to these people. Don't automatically believe everything. Take it in and see how you feel. Laura Eisenhower, Elizabeth April, Dolores Cannon, and it's a guy called Aaron Abke, Aronabke, something like that. Anyways, just research it. Research the Galactic Federation for yourself. Do not, and I repeat, do not rely on mainstream media to give you any type of true information when it comes to ETs assisting humanity. Because I'm going to say this one last time. There is a group of ETs assisting humanity. Whether they call themselves the Galactic Federation of Light, I do not know. I know that they refer to themselves as the Watchers, though. All right? So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I just found it funny that I went on Twitter and seen that trendy, because mainstream media never tells you. They only tell you what they want you to know. The people that you see, the news anchors, they're reading from a teleprompter, all right? They're being told what to say, okay? They cannot speak and say what they want, all right? So, last thing, fake alien invasion. Alien invasion. If an alien invasion happens, it is most likely something constructed and organized by the government, because Earth has free will. ETs all around the universe value that, have agreed to that. They will not come and try to take over this planet. That would not even be allowed, all right? Rather, the group that isn't allowed, that is called the Galactic Federation of Light, or the Watchers, that's in the air. I know they were called the Watchers. I don't know if they're calling themselves the Galactic Federation or the Federation, or I don't know. But that won't be allowed to happen. That will not happen. It will make a lot of sense for the government to fake an alien invasion to keep people asleep and in fear. All right? Because I guarantee you, if that was to happen, they're gonna tell you, oh, go here, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, they're going to try to control humans. Because how do you control humans? Out of fear. What can put people in fear now? Alien invasion. The groundwork is already being laid out. Pentagon confirms UFO exists. These big block-looking things popping up all over the planet. And now mainstream media covering and putting the idea in people's head that this federation of ETs exists. Because now they can say, oh, well, we said that they were trying to help humanity, but now when they do this fake alien invasion, they can say, oh, these guys, now they're just trying to take us over. Put people in fear. I'm not telling you that this is going to happen for sure, but I'm just giving you a perspective. So if it does happen, you'll know. Because it's best to know of things ahead of time than being caught on the spot. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure you go check out that anime called The Laws of the Universe. I will have a link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that like button. And if you want another video to watch, click that video that's popping up somewhere on your screen. Shout out to Mother Gaia, to nature, because it truly is amazing. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Simple.